So it is visible?
Yeah, I can see, but I'm not able to see the first slide. This is not the first slide. Please start with the first slide. Okay. Very good afternoon to all of you. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So very good afternoon to all of you. So I am Dr. Lakshmikant Pandey, Head Department of Biotechnology, St. Aloysius College, Jabalpur. So I'm here to give my lecture on the topic funding opportunities and proposal writing techniques. So first of all, I will explain you about the means proposal writing techniques, how you can write the research proposals, research projects. Then I will discuss about the funding opportunities in the field of science, arts, commerce, and different bodies nationally and internationally who are giving the fundings for doing the research. So next slide, please. Okay, so in this lecture, I am going to uh, touch these headings uh, in depth. So first of all, introduction, then key elements of the research proposal, identify the research question. This is going to be very important. Uh, means heading, if we talk about the research proposal writing, identifying the research question. Then different types of research questions, means qualitative and the quantitative. Then key points of the methodology. Then we will discuss some 2 to 4 modern apps for referencing, because it's very important thing. It's very time consuming and tedious job to do the referencing. So there are certain apps available. By using this, we can do the referencing or citation in a very easy manner. Then funding opportunities in the field of science, and then in the field of arts and the commerce. What are the different government bodies are there that we'll discuss in the detail. The list of some research agencies. I just segregated national research agencies and the international research agencies that I will show with that I will share with you. And these are the some headings in which I am going to deliver my lecture. Please change the slide. Next slide. Okay, so the first thing is what is a research proposal? So a research proposal is you can say it's a structured document that outline a proposed research project, and which includes its goals, significance, methodology, and the expected outcome. So it's basically a research project in form of goals, significance, methodology, and the expected outcome. And it also serves as a plan, or you can say the blueprint for the research, and which mainly explains why the research is needed. Means whatever we are proposing, so what is the need of that research, why that research is needed, and how it will be conducted. Means that is called the methodology. So why means the and you can say the objective of your research, and what are the methodology methods which we are going to use that it should contain. And the primary goal of that research proposal is to convince the others. Means whatever you are writing in the form of research proposal, its basic aim to convince the others in the sense means where we are applying that project, like what are the different funding agencies and the bodies. So we need to convince them. So you need to structure those documents in such a way that looks effective and looks attractive. So this is mainly called the research project. Okay, the next slide, please. No. So the next question which comes in your mind, that what are the key steps in writing a research proposal? So the first thing which is very important in writing the research proposal is identify the research quotient. Yeah, it's very important, and the most you can say the main part of the research proposal, that is called the identifying the research quotient. So we need to give more emphasis, more time, and and if you're coming up with the very good research quotient, so the probability is very high to get sanction from the that is called the from the funding agencies. So the quotient should be very good and very effective. So, which basically clearly define the problem or the questions you aim to address with this essay. That is very important thing. Second is review the literature. Means whatever we are planning to do, what questions we have asked. So that is very important. So what are the different kind of work has been already carried till now, and what are the research gaps that we need to find out when we are proposing something. So if you want to find out the research gap, means the lacuna or what we can do for that, the review of literature is very important. So you need to study a lot before writing the research proposal. Then the next step, and which is very important step, is called the develop the methodology. Means how you are going to collect the information, and how you are going to analyze the data to answer your research question. That's called the development. That's called the methodology. So it should be very structured and very effective manner, and very step by step. You need to write the methodology for your research proposal. And second is, and the next one is create a timeline and the budget. This is very important thing. Normally, what happens if you are applying for the research projects? So they already given you like it's for 1 year projects, or the 3 year projects, or the 5 year projects, or for more time. So you need to create a timeline. Means timeline could be in like in 3 months, for the 3 month interval, or the 6 monthly, or the annually. So in that way, you need to design a timeline for your research proposals, so you can complete that proposal in a allotted, or in the distributed time period. That's very important thing. And next is the budget. Budget is very important. Means whatever amount you need for that. So it can be divided into the consumables and the non-consumables. In this way, you can design your budget for that. Like if you're working in the field of science, so you can allocate some funds for the instruments, some funds for the travel. Like if the field work is involved, so you need to give some amount for the travel, and some amount for the manpower also. You need to allocate, like research associate, technical assistant. So in that case, you need to bifurcate the budgets in a very proper manner. And sometime in some research funding, you have the option to allocate some amount for the research publication also. So that is also good thing. So that you need to budget in a very proper way. The last is the write and revise. Means whatever you are writing, it should be concise. Means it should address the your research question in a very proper manner. So if you keeping these steps in while writing your research proposals, so you can make a very good effective research proposal. Please change the slide. Now, the next is key elements of the research proposals. So, a good research proposal has some key elements. So, first is called the introduction. Introduction basically it's provide the background information, explain the problems you are addressing. Means why you have chosen that research question. That is very important. So you need to give a substantial reason or some key objectives why you are going to do the research. So that is very important thing. This is called the introduction. Second is called the literature review. As I told you, you need to find out the research gaps. Means what is needed, why you are doing that work. This is the first thing. And second thing, what is the importance? Means if you're doing something, so how it can be helpful to answer some questions which is till now unanswered. So this is called the research gap. So that is very important. So you can say the research gap, basically it's a area within a field of study which you are proposing in within a field of study where there is a lack of sufficient investigation. Means something is missing that we are going to find out. So this is called the research gap. We need to find out. If you want to find out the research gap, so basically first of all you should know, so what are the different work has been already performed or the information till now we are having for that particular problem. So for that, the review of literature is very important. So you need to thorough about the work which you are going to propose. If you're not thorough about that work, so it's very difficult to get the funding for the work, because it should be the need of the need of the time, need of the society, and to cater some unanswered questions. That is called the research gap. That is for that the review, the very effective and very thorough literature review is very important. Then next is called the methodology. It's as I told you, basically describe means how you're going to collect and analyze the data. Depending upon the type of research, it could be of different types like sample size, data collection techniques, what we're going to use. That should be mentioned in the methodology. Timeline, it should means you should mention that in the given time how you are going to complete that particular research proposals. As I told you, it's 3 monthly, 6 monthly progress you can see. Means if you are giving a proper timeline, so you can measure the progress of your work. So it needs to be, or you can also say that you are in a proper track. So that for that the timeline is very important. In some research work, some ethical problems are there. Like if we talk about the science related research proposals, so in some cases there is an animal experimentation. So some ethical questions are there. So that you need to take care of it, because it's a very important thing is that the committee will ask you if there is something which is related to the ethics. So definitely they are going to ask you questions, so that you need to answer, that you should be ready with the answer for that questions. The next is called the budget. It should be realistic budget. That is very important. As I told you, in most of cases what happens, they have given you like 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 25 lakhs. So you need to propose your budget should be balanced. It's not like that I'm giving something large amount in some specific area. It should be balanced. That is very important. And then last is the referencing. References means whatever the review literature we have collected. So that you should that you have to mention is called the references. So these are the some key elements of the research proposal. Next slide, please. Now, there are some tips for writing a successful research proposals. So the first thing is it should be very clear and concise. Means try to use a simple language. It should not be jargon. Means try to avoid the technical words. Technical language no need to use. You should use always the simple language. So it looks very effective and it's very understandable, because when you're writing something, means because I think something, the main thing is in writing a research proposal is you are going to convince the committee. So if you want to convince something to other persons or the team. So it should be very simple and very clear manner. It should be concise, not should be jargon or technical words. Means avoid to use lots of technical words. Simple words you should use. Then second is be persuasive, means convincing. It should be convincing. Means whatever you are proposing, means you should know why this research is very important. Means how you are going to, means what are the impact on the society, or how you are going to solve any research question. So that should be there in when you are writing a research proposal. The next is the seek feedback. Yeah, it's very important thing. Whenever you are writing something, you should have you should take feedback from your colleague. You can take feedback from the experts in the area in which you are going to propose your research proposal. So feedback always help you to refine your proposals, because there are lots of things are there which, if I am looking from one angle, so if somebody else looking from the different angle, so he may have some good opinion about something which you have proposed. So always take the feedback from your colleagues or from some superior persons. Then proofread and edit. Yeah, it's very important. Means like grammar, spelling mistakes, punctuations. So these small mistakes needs to be clarified, because it's, if there is any grammar mistakes, spelling mistakes in your research proposals, it gives a very negative impact and very badly impact on your research proposals, because it's very bad. It looks very bad if you are writing, if you're doing some grammar and spelling mistakes in your research proposals. So it needs to be get proofread from some expert, or you can take the help of the person who is the English teacher or the English professors. So in this way you can write very, you can say, like means less mistakes in your research proposals. It could be of grammatically or the spelling mistakes or the English mistakes, so that can be taken care. Please, next slide. Now, as I told you, the very important thing is identify the research question. So this is the most important part of writing a research proposals. So if you're means how you can choose, how you can identify the research questions. So there are some uh, you can say the steps or the process I have given over here. The first thing is identify a broad topic. Means on you can choose the broad topic on the basis of your interest. Means what looks good to you. You can say, means what you, in which area you want to work. So on the basis of that, you can, first of all, you need to choose a broad topic first. And after that, means choosing the broad topic, you just narrow down your topic in it's called the more specific areas on the basis of your credentials. Means because if you are writing something, so it needs to be justified. That means what are your expertise. Means if you have did similar kind of work on a small scale, like on the pilot projects you have done in your college or the university on the lab. So that will help you to get sanctioned that particular project. Means what are the credentials you have. So on that basis, you can also narrow down your topic in a very specific area. Or one more thing you can do, what you can do, you can make a group of people. Means if something you are proposing, some specific area you are proposing, and you are expert, let's suppose three small areas are there which needed to solve that particular problem, and you are expert in one particular area, but you don't know about the two different areas. What you can do, you can make a team of three or four pupils. Means you become PI in that, and you can add few names who are expert in some other area which is important for doing your research proposal. So in this way, you can means narrow down your topic, specific area, and make a good team. The next is the explore the existing literature that I told you. It's very important thing. Whenever you are identifying any research questions, you need to find out the research gaps. Means what is the thing which is unanswerable, means what thing the people are not knowing right now. So for that, the review literature is very important. It's very important thing. Whenever you're writing something, you need to study a lot about that particular specific topic before, means whatever work has been done so far, that need to be clarified. Then only you can find out the research gaps, and you can come up with the good research topic. Then last is the refine your research question. Based on your literature review, refine your initial questions into a more focused and specific query. So you can say identify a research question is, it is the two-way approach. Means first you are uh, choosing your topic, then doing the review literature, and after doing the review literature, you are come up with different certain research gaps. Then again you can refine your topic. So in this, that I said you, it's a two-way approach. So if you are using this particular approach, you can come up with a very good research quotient. And if you are coming with the good research quotients, you definitely you are going to write a very good research proposals. Next slide, please. So these are the characteristics of the strong research quotient. As I told you, research quotient is very important. So these, it has some characteristics, as I mentioned here. Like it should be means you can say focused and researchable, feasible and specific, and then it should be like it should be complex and arguable. So some means some, you can say some characteristics are there for the strong research questions. Open-ended and questionable. So I have mentioned few. So whenever you are choosing some topics, you should know that whether this topic is covering these or this topic has these characters or not, so that you can consider. And if you're considering these characteristics, so you can ask a very good research question. Next slide, please. Now, there are two different types of research questions. One is called the quantitative. Quantitative means to measure and test hypothesis, or you can say the identify the pattern by using the numerical data, such as numbers or statistics or the percentage. So this is called the quantitative research question. Second is called the qualitative research question. Qualitative means it is basically to explore subjective experiences, and it is to understand the why behind the phenomena. I mean, something is happening, so why it is happening. This is called the qualitative questions. And here we are using the non-numerical data, such as words or image you can use, or sounds, or the observations you can use. So these are the two different types of research questions. One is called the quantitative, second is called the qualitative. Next slide, please. Okay, so there are different types of quantitative research questions. So first is called the descriptive. So descriptive questions basically aim to describe the characteristics or the frequencies or the trends within a population. If I can give you a question like uh, what percentage of customers prefer online shopping? So this is the descriptive type of research question. Or I can give one more example. So what is the average income of a household in the city? So this is called the descriptive quantitative research questions. So questions could be like this also. And second is the comparative research question. Comparative research questions basically designed to explore differences between two or more group of conditions on one or more dependent variables. For example, means if I can give an example like what is the difference in the daily calorific intake of Indian man and woman? So it is a comparative questions. And third one is the relationship uh, uh, quantitative research question. So means relationship questions basically explore the connections between two or more variables. For example, like uh, is there a correlation between social media uses and the mental health issues? So it is a relationship question. Means two variables are there. We are finding out the effect of one variable on the other variables. One more example I can give you, like what is the relationship between the employee satisfaction and the workplace productivity? So it's the relationship question. So these kind of research question can be asked, and it comes under the quantitative research question. Next slide, please. Now, the another type is the qualitative research question. There are different kind of questions which are qualitative in nature, like contextual qualitative research. So it means it explores how phenomena exist within their specific environment. This is called the contextual. For example, means how do teachers perceive and experience the challenges of implementing a new curriculum in a particular school setting. So this is the contextual question, and again this is the qualitative. Second is the descriptive questions. So here basically we are learning the process of learning a new skills. Means how the new skills, like one question as I mentioned in the presentation itself, what is the process of employee retraining when a new software program is released by the company X? So this is the descriptive research question. Another is the evaluation questions. As I mentioned here, was the new software program released by the company X effective in the improving efficiency? So it's the evaluation. Means you're evaluating a specific program. So it's also a qualitative research question. Then explanatory questions. How can the process of employee retraining when a new software program is released by the company X be improved? So this is the explanatory question. So in this way, different kind of research question can be asked. It could be a qualitative or the quantitative, depending upon what you are going to answer by using that particular proposal. Next, please. So the next part is called the methodology. It means the research methodology basically, as I told you, it's a systematic and organized procedures of whatever we are going to propose and how we are going to do that. So it's a systematic and organized. It has some important points. Like first is the empirical. Research is based on observable evidences and experimentation rather than speculation or the theoretical assumptions. So yeah, it needs the evidences. So if you're writing something, it needs to be empirical. Then systematic, structured, and the organized approach is followed, ensuring consistency and the replicability. The methodology should be logical. The research uses logical reasoning and evidence-based arguments to draw a conclusion. It's very important. Analytical involves a critical analysis of all the data to avoid errors in the interpretation. And critical like involves a critical evaluation of existing knowledge and the theories. It can be done by using the doing the research that's called the review of research. So that is very important. Next slide, please. Few more important points for the methodology when you're writing the methodology for research proposals. It should be methodical, means well-defined plan and procedures are followed. When you are writing, it should be well-defined. That is very important thing. Replicable. The research methods and findings can be replicable by the other researchers. Means whatever you're doing something in your place, it should be reproducible. It's called the replicable. If some other persons are doing the same thing, he or she should also get the same result, what result you have got in your place. This is called the replicable. That's a very important thing. So what the methodology you are proposing, it should be like this only. Objective, the research is free from personal biases and strives for the neutrality. It's very important. What I am thinking, it's not there. What the evidence shows, that is important. It should not be biased. It should be validate in the proper way. Then reliability. The research method produce consistent results under similar conditions. So it should be reliability. So when you are writing your methodology for your research proposals, so you can keep these 10 points in your mind while writing the research methodology. Next slide, please. Now, it is very difficult to write the references. So there are certain modern tools are there which can you use for doing the referencing or the, let's call the citing. So one is Mendeley. Mendeley is both a reference manager and the academic social network. It enables user to organize research, collaborate online, and discover new researchers. So Mendeley offer desktop and the web versions, browser importance, PDF annotations, and cloud sync. So it's a very good means software which you can use for doing the referencing or the citation. Next slide, please. Few more means apps are there. Next slide, please. Yeah, this one more is there. EndNote. Yeah, it's also very good modern app which can be used for referencing. Then other is Zotero. So there are many more modern apps are there which you can use for doing the referencing. Next slide, please. So it was all about the how you can write a good research proposals. So I discussed few basic and important points when you are going for the writing the research proposals. The next now I am here the next part of my presentation, that what are the funding opportunities available. So first of all, we'll discuss about the science. So I mentioned few over here. It is not only the research funding agencies. There are many more are there. I will share the list at the end of the presentation. But few I want to show. For the science, there is a DST SIR, DBT BIRAG, CSIR, ICMR, DRDO, ICR. So one by one, we will try to explore their websites, and from how you can explore these funding agencies, how you can get the research proposals, research funding grants from this proposal, that I will show in a very effective way. So can you open this link, ma'am, for me? DST SIR. So is this visible to all of you? You can see this is the DST SIR. Yeah, it's a research grant agency. So you can see here. So there are different proposals are available. Please scroll down. Scroll down. As you can see here, core research grants are there. SIR power research grants are there. Startup research grants are there. So Prime Minister early career research grants. So in the different fields like mathematical research, impact centric support, yeah, along with this, they are also providing the international travel support. If you're going to publish your research paper or give the presentation for your research proposals in some different other countries, so for that they are also giving the international travel support. Then state university research excellence, yeah, I mean it's mainly for the state universities, specifically for the state universities. So few things are there. Along with this, other things are also there by the DBT star. So it's every year they are giving huge amount of money for doing the research. Next link, please open the next link. Next is the DBT BIRAC. It's the Department of Biotechnology. DST was the Department of Science and Technology. DBT is the Department of Biotechnology. So they are also giving very huge amount for doing the research. As you can see in the website, please scroll down. You can see here DBT BIRAG joint call proposal. You can see. Then there are different fundings are available. So you just go through these fundings, and if it comes in your range, means whatever your expertise, so you can apply for this. The last dates are given over there, like 31st May, 31st May, 30th May, 30th June. So you can see here. You can just explore their website, and according on the basis of if your interest, you can apply for them. Next link, please. No, ICR is the Indian Council of Agriculture Research. They are also giving funding, not that much amount like DBT and DST. So one proposal is there on their website. invitation for research pre-proposal for funding by ICR NASF. This is one there. And gradually in the meantime, they are also giving some other funding proposals also they are given by the ICR. So they are mainly giving in the field of agriculture. Next link, please. This is CSIR, Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. They are also giving proposal. You can see on their website. Please scroll down. Different fundings are there by the CSIR. So their details are given. You just explore the website, and if you find something which is related to you, can apply. Next slide, please. Next link, please. Now DRDO, it's Defense Research Development Organizations. So they are also giving fundings for the science faculty, and mainly in the defense sector. So DRDO they are giving research funding in the field of life science, in the field of physics, chemistry, different field of science. They are giving the fundings. I think some network issue is there. You can open other link. One more is there, ICMR. Yeah, it's a very good Indian Council of Medical Research. Yeah, they are giving a very handsome amount. You can see, scroll down, scroll down. Yeah, different funding options are there. 30th June is the last date. You can see clearly. Short term call for the short term and the long term fellowship abroad for 1 year. So different things are there. Not only the research for funding for the research grant, you can find the funding for organizing the conferences, seminars, to attend, to present the paper outside. So for that, you are getting the international travel grant. So travel grant are given by the not only by the DST or DBT. CSI are also giving the partial travel grant for attending the seminars, for presenting the conference papers in the conference abroad. And before that, UGC also giving, UGC means University Grant Commission. They're also giving the international travel grant for the attending or presenting the paper outside the country. The DRDO is open or not? The DRDO side, ma'am. As you can see, it's lots of things are there on their website. I think it's not opening. So DRDO, as I said, they are giving in the field of life science, chemistry, physics, and all that. So these few I've mentioned in the field of science. What are the bodies there? They're giving, yeah, this is the research given by that. You can see Life Science Research Board, Naval Research Board, Permanent Research Boards, Aeronautic Research and Developmental Boards. So different boards are there under the DRDO, and time to time they are giving giving the notifications for the research funding from their agencies. Now, next slide, please. So this is about the funding opportunities in the field of science. The next part will come in the field of arts and commerce. So few I mentioned here, like ICSSR. You can open it, ma'am. So it's a Indian Council of Social Science Research. So they are also giving funding. Yeah, you can see here. ICSSR invites research proposals for longitudinal studies in the diverse field of social and human sciences. So they are really giving a very good amount in the field of social sciences, arts and commerce. You can see, and they are also giving fundings for the interdisciplinary research also. Means you can collaborate with the science, social science with the science, and you can apply for that. Okay. Next link, please. Next is ICPR. You can open it. So they are also giving the funding. ICPR, Indian Council of Philosophical Research. So they are also giving funding. Projects and the translation projects are there. You can find detail from their websites. And they're also giving funding for the seminar, for organizing seminars, conferences, and refresher courses. For that also they are giving the funding. Every information is there. Next slide, please. Next link, please. Now this is the NHRC. NHRC, yes. Please open it. National Human Rights Commission India. They are also giving funding. So one is there, like invite proposals to collaborate for organizing conference, seminars, and the workshop. So you can apply also there. Next link, please. There is IKS. Yeah. It's very fancy nowadays. Indian knowledge system. They are also giving funding. It's a very good opportunity. So you can see here announcement of research proposal program, awards announced, funding available, progress report due. So different funding they are giving in the field of Indian knowledge systems. Indian knowledge system, it's not only with the science or with the arts, it's deal with the different fields. It's also deals with the sports. You can also apply for the research funding in the field of sports. So IKS, it's nowadays they are giving funding. So you can apply for IKS also. For training, they are giving funds. Next slide, please. Next link, please. Now ICHR, historical. Indian Council of Historical Research. They're also giving funding, research projects, grants they are having, and they are giving 5 lakhs amount for individual funding category and the institutional funding category. So here you can also apply if your area of interest comes uh, 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 under their field, so you can apply. Next slide, please. So these are some funding agencies in the field of arts and commerce. So here I mention, I just prepare a list of funding agencies for national as well as the international. Can you open this PDF, ma'am? Now, as you can see, please zoom it. Please zoom it if you can zoom it. As you can see, name of the funding agencies, their address, contact details are there, their website address, email address, phone numbers, fax number, everything I just mentioned here. And these are some national list of funding national agencies. You can scroll down. As you can see, the different funding agencies, as I mentioned few over here, you can see there are different funding agencies. They're giving research proposals in the field of different subjects. These are the national funding agencies. Similarly, please scroll down. So that I will share. Scroll down. Yeah, these are some list of international funding agencies for research proposals. So you can find from here also. British Council, then Association of Asian Agencies. So there are different funding agencies who are internationally giving the research funds for the proposals. Okay. So I will ask to the organizers, you please share this PPT with all the participants, because I think it is going to be helpful for them if they really want to apply for the research projects. And this is all from my side. If anybody has any questions, any doubts, feel free to ask me.